This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
Today's episode is a compilation of some highlights from November 2025 Temptation Cruise.
The first fall sailing of Temptation Cruise ever.
Yeah. Inaugural fall sailing of Temptation Cruise.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We love recording these episodes that are us talking about our highlights and some of the memories that we just had on these ships. And so that's what this is going to be. It's going to be fun. Some of them are sexy, some of them are funny, some of them are maybe only funny to us. But we're making a diary here of what Temptation Cruise was like for us. So we always start with this highlight, but I just can't not. So anyone who books through us, if they want to, you can go to, we have a meetup as well as a group dinner. And it's just a fun way to meet some fun people. And they're always the biggest highlight for me. The group dinner was amazing, but specifically, I feel like at the meetup, the icebreaker game was one of my favorite times that the icebreaker game we've ever done. The area was awesome for it. The temptation that let us use was perfect for it. It was so much fun. It was a really big group of people. It would have been even bigger, but the time changed the day before, and so I think it messed people's timing. Got some people coming towards the end that like missed the meetup because the hour got moved forward or back, however that works. But it was so much, I don't know, just everyone was laughing so much. The game was just so much fun. And I feel like it really, like it always helps people connect. And everyone's just laughing. I don't know, it was just such a highlight to me. And it was so much fun. I said those are always the biggest highlights, just getting to meet people in real life. You need to say thank you for all the people who are supporting us through booking through us. And it's just to see people in real life and not on the internet in comment section and things like that. It's just, it feels so real and human, and it's always the biggest highlight for me. But the meetup and the dinner were just so much fun.
I know we say this a lot too, but it's just seeing people make connections in real time, in real life. And I think maybe this Temptation Cruise might have been the most couples and groupings of people that I saw became friends through the Foreplay group, because there were like multiple different sections of couples and different groupings of people that all got together because of Foreplay. And even in our icebreaker game where we do the speed dating, I know I saw some couples from there that I saw like met from there kind of go off together later on. I know there was one couple, like a couple couples who I saw them like as a foursome like a lot of times together, and it was just so fun. I love seeing that. And that's what this is about. That's what the lifestyle is about, is connection, you know. And it's so amazing, and it just warms my heart every single time. So I know we say it all the time, but thank you guys so much. We love being able to create this community like this, and
we make so many cool friends. Like we went off the islands one of the one day. Every single person, basically, that we were hanging out with on the island that we met at the meetup that we did. It's so fun. It's so cool.
I love it so much. So yeah, thank you guys so much for booking your vacations with us, and it helps us be able to continue to make content like this, help the lifestyle community, help people on their lifestyle journey. If you guys want to book a future lifestyle vacation, it's completely free to you, just helps us out a ton. You can go to foreplay.com/travel. That's like all of the different vacations. Or if you are specifically going on a cruise, foreplay.com/cruise. That's the number 4 OURPLAY.com. If we're on the cruise, then we also do all of these optional activities that you can join on board. We have that meetup, we have that group dinner, we give handmade swag that we give out, and like I said, it's all optional. You don't have to attend them, but it is there for you if you want to. Have a community that's online beforehand, so if you're wanting to get to know people before. There were another couple who they said that they met on like via our Facebook group or something, and then we saw them on the island, and they were all hanging out together, and they were like, we just wanted to thank you because like that's how we met each other, and it's just so sweet, and I just love it so much. But we also have a new guide, so for any of our bookings, we give out this like comprehensive insider's cruise guide. We have one specifically for Temptation and one for a Bliss cruise, and it just goes over all of the different frequently asked questions and advice just to prepare you for your lifestyle trip. So again, that's foreplay.com/travel or foreplay.com/cruise. And let's go into more of the other highlights. I know we always have to start off with that because we're able to do this because of you guys. So of course we're going to take the time to thank you and say that we love you and hope that we get to meet you in person sometime in the future.
There was a couple that we ended up having experience with, which we won't go too much into that because that will be in the actual story time. But you had a cum slut necklace on or a bracelet. I can't remember which one you had. Do you have a necklace and a bracelet?
I was wearing a bracelet that night.
Okay. And then this girl had a necklace on, and then I also had a cum slut bracelet on that was like a candy bracelet that I was going to give to somebody. So three of us.
Oh wait, maybe I did have a necklace.
Maybe yours was a necklace and I had the bracelets.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one you had on. And so
and they also booked with us. So the
Yeah.
way that we met them was kind of like a highlight in itself too, because we were walking back to our room, I think for me to maybe put that necklace on or something, or maybe get my bubble gun or something. And as we were walking to our room, we saw this couple, and they were talking to our neighbors who we met earlier, and they were like talking about their door. And then because we like immediately I felt like attraction to this couple, and then we were talking a little bit, and then she had like a really cute outfit on. She had like the Sabrina Carpenter type boots, like the platform boots. I was like, oh my gosh, like they're so cute. And they were like, oh hey, we're gonna be at your meetup tomorrow, we book with you. And we're like, okay. But anyway, so we saw them again on the dance floor this first night, and Jase will continue this story.
It's kind of a stupid highlight, really, when I think about it. But like,
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's
so
funny.
you two had the cum slut necklaces on. I had a bracelet on that was a candy bracelet that I was just going to give to somebody at some point.
That's
and
a
then
cum slut,
we
yeah.
gave him a hard time because he didn't have a cum slut anything on.
Yeah.
And that's the whole highlight. That's what
No,
it's kind
and
of
then
dumb,
I gave
but
him a
it's
boner donor one.
yeah.
And then
But he still didn't have a cum slut one.
No, but it's funny because, okay, so there's this, it's funny to us, but there's this movie called White Him that we quote all the time, but James Franco's in there, and he goes, we have 2 lucky guys and one double
2 hot women and 1 double dicker.
and 1 double dicker, and then, so, I think we said 3 cum sluts and 1 boner donor, and you know what, actually now I'm saying it probably is stupid.
See, that's what I was saying.
It's so funny to us.
It's funny to us.
This podcast is also memories for us.
Yeah.
So when we go back, it's like a diary. So when we go back and listen, even if you guys can't appreciate it, at least we can appreciate it.
Yeah,
When
hopefully you can
When
appreciate
we're old and we're 98 years old, 98 years old, we can listen back to this and laugh at the 3 cum sluts and 1 boner donor.
Yep. Another one was a girl. I feel like you should tell this one because she gave us a crocheted pineapple thing, but I feel like it's more special for you to tell than me.
So this couple, they went to our meetup, but they ended up coming late because of the time change. But so we didn't get to talk to them that much at that time. But she brought me. First she said that she started making crochet wearables because she saw like the outfits that I made, and oh my gosh, she is fucking incredible. So one of the first nights was the
Candyland.
Yeah, Candyland was the theme, and she showed me her outfit that she wore, and it was a crochet top that had crochet motifs of different candies. It was amazing. And then she gave me this one pineapple that had like boobs on it, and it was crochet and like an amigurumi one, and then she made Jase a little amigurumi pineapple too. So that was really sweet, and that was awesome. That was a highlight.
Oh, another highlight was, so one day there was this area called the Bliss Lounge, which was it was like a dance floor where one of the after parties was. But before dinner one night, we were walking through there and there was a live music. It was a girl singing and a guy playing piano. And they were playing Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, which was our first dance song.
Yeah.
And so anytime we hear that song, we always like stop and just dance, and like, not like dance like party dance, but like slow dance like we did at our
Yeah.
wedding. And that was on night 1 of this cruise. And so we decided there was no one else in this area. There's a couple people at the bar, but it was just
Yeah.
me and you dancing by ourselves, like slow dancing while they sang. It was it was one of the biggest highlights for me of the
was-
cruise as well. Just like such a core memory to be able to like. This was after we got off Bliss cruise. Like we did back to back lifestyle cruises, which was crazy, and we were both pretty tired day one because we had went 7 days on Bliss cruise, and just having this slow moment before dinner, I feel like was just so calming and relaxing and just such a beautiful highlight. And
It's just so special because of what our life is now and what our life looks like now and what it was then when we got married, when we first danced to this song. And this highlight doesn't have anything to do with the cruise, but it's just like a little tidbit like of just like life in general. But we were in Korea
Yeah.
one time on a trip, and we were in the shopping area. It's like outside, and there's restaurants and stuff there. And we heard Thinking Out Loud. And then we also heard at the same time,
it was like the
Beautiful-
shop next door.
yeah, Beautiful Now by Zed. And that was the song that we walked out of the aisle to together.
After we got married. Yeah.
Right after we got married, said our vows and everything. And so it was like literally in one ear we could hear Thinking Out Loud, in the other ear in the same exact spot we heard Beautiful Now. And that was one of like the most special moments of my life. And
We have a picture. We have a selfie that we
Yeah.
took just at this random little shop. But I always remember that like both those songs were playing at the same time whenever we were.
yeah, so it was so meaningful like to
Yeah.
hear that whenever we were on this cruise.
Ooh, another one that has to do with music is the DJs were really good on Temptation Cruise. Very EDM vibe, but very good. And one night they played Levitating
Oh yeah.
by Dua Lipa.
That's
I
awesome.
am obsessed with Dua Lipa, and Levitating is like maybe my favorite song of all time ever, actually. And I just love that song. And so to hear like an EDM set, like me and you were just like it gave me so much life. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
just came alive like singing that song. It was so, and same with Golden by
That was a big highlight
what's
for me.
Hunter X.
Huntrix from they played it a
K-pop Demon Slayers.
Yeah, K-pop
Demon Hunters.
Hunters. And it was such a fun song to dance to on the dance floor with on a lifestyle cruise. They played it a couple of times. They did a couple different nights, and that was so fun. There was a couple who were from the foreplay group, and she was like super into it too. So I feel like we were like scream singing it to each other. That was amazing. You know what song or what artist we would die? You and me would die if they would play on any lifestyle cruise. Please, if you're listening, anybody who is on Temptation Cruise, Bliss Cruise, or anybody high up there, and if you're listening to this, if you're a DJ, please play Tate McRae. Please,
Oh,
any Tate McRae,
Yes.
please.
I would die. I've never
would
heard
die.
one Tate McRae song.
Never.
Not even like Greedy.
I know.
It's like billions of streams. Why no one play Greedy?
I know.
Or something. Any Tate
I'd
McRae
get
song.
hyped,
There's
so
so would
hyped.
I.
You don't need to play the whole song, just like
They don't
a
ever.
part-
Just even a part of it. I would love that.
They played a lot of Golden though, and that was really fun. I feel like they played a majority of Levitating too.
You know what? I'm going to jump into one more highlight then since we're talking about all of this. We met this couple, and long story short, they had like listened to our content, and we were talking, and then she told me, she was like, I said if you happen to be on this cruise and I met you, I wanted to tell you how much I loved all the pop princesses too.
Oh yeah.
And me and her talked for like 15 minutes about pop music and just pop girls. And it was a really highlight for me. I love talking about really any pop star, but especially like all the pop princesses. And it's always funny because sometimes people, like we have this one friend and he'll ask me about Dua Lipa like almost every time he sees me once a cruise. Like, what's Dua Lipa up to? Or like it's just so funny. And so, but that was a real highlight for me talking about all the like the pop stars with that girl.
That was
It
fun.
was really sweet. So it was really fun.
I don't even think you were here for this one. I think you were in the bathroom. There's one time, or on the last cruise on Bliss Cruise, something happened with me and Dami Mommy, and Jase wasn't there, and he was in the bathroom. And this one also happened, and you were in the bathroom. But it was with. We need to come up with a name for this couple. We haven't come up with the name for. There will be a separate story time with them. Oh, it's a cum slut boner donor couple that we were talking about earlier in the cruise. But we were really into this couple, and so we were hanging out with them like the whole night. We were like, hoping that it was going to move towards play at some point. Anyway, so we were like, a highlight just in general was just dancing with them and hanging out. And my favorite parts of the lifestyle when it comes to like the sexy parts is not even, yes, the play part is very, very hot, and that is a highlight in itself as well, but the play, like the flirting and the dancing together and the build up to play, right? So we were hanging out with them on the dance floor that night. We were doing the whole swapsy thing on the dance floor where the girls are dancing together, we're making out, and then we're swapping, and then you swap with the husbands, and then you do the dancing. Anyway, so Jase wasn't here, and I guess you were doing something, and then so the husband had a pina colada drink and he was drinking it, and so he was drinking it out of his cup, and then I saw him kiss his wife, and then she kissed me, and she actually pushed we were kissing, but then I had pina colada in my mouth, so they weren't kissing. It went from like person to person, and then she like spit the pina colada in my mouth, and honestly it was pretty hot. That was the highlight for me. That's never happened to me before. I was taken by surprise. That was warm pina colada. I've never had that before. But the idea of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of like Baby Bird on a. But I didn't think about that in the moment. In the moment, I was like, this is kind of sexy. But please don't do that to me all the time, people. Well, this couple, I mean, this happened with you guys. That was awesome. That was fun. If you guys do that to me again, it's probably okay because it started off with you guys. But if anybody else is listening to this, and please don't put liquid in my mouth anymore. One and done.
So, once again, this actually kind of goes back to pop music a tiny bit. So, there was this one girl that her and her husband, we had met, and well, they actually booked those too. But I loved her voice. Sweet. I loved her voice, and she sounded like Rachel Sennett. And I love Rachel Sennett's voice.
Which is like a raspy, kind of crackly.
Yeah. Voice? I love it so much. I love Rachel Sennett's voice, and I love this girl's voice. And there's this part in this Charlie XCX music video where Rachel Sennett's in it, and she goes, a little more slutty baby, maybe. And her voice is just so fun. And this girl had
almost... You should say what music video it is, so if anybody wants to listen to it.
What music video is it?
It's 360, isn't it?
360, yeah.
Yeah, it's the beginning of 360. Yeah. Or maybe the end. It's like when they're all all the hot internet girls are at the table. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like at the last dinner.
Yeah. It's from that music video, and... Yeah, I think it's either the beginning. I can't remember if that section's at the beginning or the end of the music video.
Yeah.
But she has a little more slutty baby, maybe. And Bella walked up to this girl it was one of the last nights we talked to them so many times, but she's like, "Do you think that you can say a little more slutty baby maybe for me?" And she was like, "Okay, yeah." And then she
goes, "A little more slutty baby," and I was like, "Can you ask it like a question?" And then she did, and she sounded just like Rachel Sennett.
Then we told her like why.
Yeah. She's probably like, what the fuck are these people on?
It was so funny though.
It was amazing.
Oh,
if you're listening to this, please go watch that so that you know what we were talking about.
Yes, please. So it's not as weird. Another highlight was this couple. We were talking, and somehow the husband was like, "Oh, she can sing really good." And I asked her, I said, "Who's your favorite artist?" And she said, "Well, right now I really like Kehlani." And I said, "Okay, well then sing Folded."
Like as a joke, right? Like, or were you like actually like expecting?
I didn't actually think she was going to.
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, we'll sing Folded then." Like, I mean, it was like I wanted her to.
Yeah.
But I didn't like expect her to. And then she did. And when I tell you that this woman had maybe actually one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard.
Like in real life.
In real life. And like, this is not me like over exaggerating, like legitimately one of the most beautiful voices I have ever heard anybody. I mean, that's even like live performing people ever. Like one of the prettiest voices I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And she sang Folded. And then I was like freaking out because Bella loves the song Folded. And Bella was like around the corner and she was just singing for me. I felt like it was like a backstage performance. Like it was so cool. And then we got in the elevator, and I was like, baby, you have to hear her sing. And I was like, sing, will you sing something else so Bella can hear you sing? And then, what did she sing next?
And I said, she was like, I don't know. And I was like, Alicia Keys. And then she started singing, oh my God, what was, it's skipping my brain. Oh, the one that goes, ain't got you if I ain't got you. So she started singing that. And the whole elevator quiet, completely silence. And we're all like, everybody's jaw is like on the fucking ground. And we were like, oh my fucking God. And then Jase goes, I heard her sing Folded. And I was like, oh, you sang Folded? You gotta hear her sing Folded? And so then like, even like after the cruise was over, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, damn, she sings so fucking good. It's like such a beautiful, and it's like that R&B, like with the fucking runs and everything. And I'm like, I can't believe Jase got to hear her sing Folded. I'm so fucking jealous. And so we follow each other on Instagram. And then it was when people were posting their Spotify Wrapped. And her top song was Folded. So I responded to her story and I said something like, I don't get jealous in the lifestyle, but the one thing I'm jealous of is that Jase got to hear you sing Folded and I didn't. And then she sent me a link and she actually has sang it on her TikTok. And so then now I have it. And I think, did I save it? I might have it saved. You might just be singing on my phone. But then I was like, oh! Incredible, absolutely incredible. So now I did get to hear her sing Folded, the slow version.
It's really fucking
It's
good.
incredible.
So good.
Damn, please come out with I need her to come out with an album or something. It'd go platinum. Like, that video has gone platinum in our household. That's one specific video. She thinks so good. This is a funny highlight. So it was like the first night. We were in the late night buffet, and a couple had come up to us and had said that they listen to like Sale content and stuff. And then she was telling me about how she just got new boobs, and she was wearing these pasties, and it was a Candyland night, and the pasties were made of candy. Like, it was like candy bracelets, but it was on her pasties. And I was like, do you want me to show you how to, because she was trying to make the pasties, like she was shimmying or something. And I was like, do you want me to teach you how to make them spin? And she was like, yeah. And so then I taught her how to spin her pasties while we were like right by like the hot dogs or something. And it was just like a really sweet, tender moment. She was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. And so if you guys, any ladies out there or men, if you guys are wearing pasties that have the tassels and you want to know how to make them spin, you just put one arm up. So almost like you're raising your hand, but only raise one hand and then just jump. And then it's going to spin to either like the opposite side. So if your right hand is up, it's going to spin to the left. And then if you put your right hand down, you put your left hand up and you jump, it's going to start spinning to the right. But you just have to jump like a few times for it to start. Like, you'll get the momentum. But that's how you do it. And she was so excited. Yeah, it was so fun.
It's always fun to see someone do that for the first time.
Yeah. This one, I'm looking at the notes because we have notes here, right? And it says, Free Willy because I'm free to put my willy in other women. That's so funny.
So this highlight was, they did like a love and marriage game show type show on Temptation one night. And there was a question, and they ask the husband the question first, and then later they ask the wife, and they have to see if the husband and wife's answers match. And the question was, what movie describes your sex life? And it was like 4 options. And it was like Gone in 30 Seconds.
Or Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind, yeah. Free Willy, Anaconda, and one other one. And then I said, because I think Free Willy is supposed to be like you're always naked, right? Like, that's the joke.
Yeah.
And I told Bella, I was like, oh, our answer would be Free Willy, because I'm free to stick my willy in other women.
I died laughing. It was so funny. You're so funny. Sometimes I'm like, when did you get so funny? You've always been funny, but I swear, as we get older, you like comedian level funny. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm so lucky.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah. Another highlight was there was a takeover this time at one of the ports. The port was really fun because I personally love whenever we get to take shuttles to the port with like beach or ocean shuttles. Yeah. Is that what it's called? A shuttle? Tender. When we take tenders to the port, and you go on a kind of a little boat ride, and I think it's really fun. Unless you're having seasickness. I've had that a couple of times, and that was not very fun when I got off the ship. But the whole beach day at that private island was so fun. They did a pool party with games and things like that. Like they were doing beer pong and all of that but it was kind of far and I didn't want to walk all the way over there, but I could see everybody having fun over there. And we went into the ocean and I was able to swim in the ocean naked, which is one of my favorite things to do in the whole world because it's so freeing and incredible feeling. And we were there with a bunch of people from the foreplay group, and it's just so fun to see everybody hang out and getting to talk to everybody and just like chill in the ocean. And
Yeah, I was excited we got to go on that one too because so that's Norwegian's island that they rent in the Bahamas or however that works.
Lisa,
At least,
yeah.
yeah. And last time, the one bad thing about the Tinder is if the weather is bad,
Yeah.
you can't get a go. And last March in Temptation or February, whenever that was, we were supposed to get to go to this island, and it's so fun we were able to go, but the weather was bad that day. And so the Tinders weren't able to go out, so we weren't able to go. So I was just super happy we got to go. But they are building a port there, is what I've heard. So supposedly at some point you won't have to Tinder there. And then while I agree with Bella, I do like Tindering. It'll be nice that you won't have to, so that way the weather is never going to like. Because I mean, yes, if the weather's just horrible and it's raining, it's not going to be fun. But sometimes it's too windy, so the Tinders can't get over there. So that will be nice.
It also takes a lot of time
Yeah.
to get to and from. If
Probably
if you
adds like
have
an
to tender.
hour to your day, especially if
Like,
you're
at
waiting.
least 45 minutes. Yeah, if you gotta wait.
Because
that's
like one
true.
time we were like the first people on the boat, so yeah, we sat there for like 25 minutes waiting for the boat to fill up, which is totally fine, right? But it's just good to note that that's the one negative thing about Tinders. But they are fun because they're like a little boat ride in the ocean, which I also enjoy. Oh, we also had one of the most amazing waiters I feel like we've ever had.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if you're supposed to, but he was so awesome. And I saw him all the time because he was like our dinner waiter at dinner one time, and then he was at like the late night buffet. I saw him at the buffet every day. I mean, these guys work so hard. Like,
I know.
it's crazy how hard they work. But he was so awesome and so sweet and just such a good energy, always having fun. Like, he was awesome.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
Oh, another highlight, which is a crazy funny highlight to me, but there was a sauna in the gym bathroom. And I'm not going to lie, around day 10 of lifestyle cruises, it really takes a toll on your body. Just going around, dancing, talking, like both of our voices were almost gone. It was so fun. I'm so glad we got to do it, but it was exhausting. And we found out there was a sauna. So on like the second day or third day on Temptation Cruise, we started going to the sauna. We can't go together because it's like a men's sauna and a women's sauna, but you could just go to the sauna and we would steam. And I literally I think truthfully is what was able to let us have fun the last 3 days. I feel like it gave me so much energy. Like I felt like after I went to the sauna, I truly felt like alive. Like we did that. I would take a shower. I took a cold shower after the sauna and then took a nap. And I literally felt like energized.
Yeah. People, at least people who are not in the lifestyle, right? Like they're always saying, oh, STDs this, STD that, blah, 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 blah. You're so dirty, whatever. That's not the thing that you have to, well, yes, you do need to worry. You should be taking care of yourself when it comes to safety and all of that, but it's the immunity. Like, your immune system really goes through it when you go on these cruises. I mean, any cruise really, you know what I mean? Like, but when
Especially
it
a
comes to
lifestyle cruise.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When especially a lifestyle cruise. So anything that you can do to increase your immune system, and like doing the steam room or the saunas or going to the spa, doing all of that stuff, like really taking care of your body is so important, because you are just going. And yeah, so that definitely huge highlight was being able to use the steam room. I think if there's not like a complimentary one, we should probably start just paying for the spa package
it's
so we can use it.
really makes a massive. We
It
were going
really
like twice a
does.
day.
Yeah.
Even like 10 minutes in there twice a day literally is like
Yeah.
life changing on a cruise like that. To me anyway. Maybe
Yeah.
for some people it doesn't, but to me it was. And to you it was.
Yes, make sure you're hydrating, taking
Naps.
vitamin C, yeah, naps
if you can. Yeah.
whew. So much. Yeah, take care of your health, guys.
Okay, well, this kind of goes in hand with that. So I think there was around. Okay, so I know personally at least 2 other couples that did the back-to-back cruises. I heard there was like.
No, there's three.
Oh
that
yeah,
we
3
knew
other
personally,
couples.
Yeah.
I heard there was like 5 to 6 couples that did it total. It was the last night of Temptation Cruise. So at this point, it had been 12 days of lifestyle cruising,
Yeah.
basically back to back. And me and Bella were going to go to bed early that night. It was like 11:55, and we were going to go to bed. And we saw one of the couples who had been on the cruise before, and they said, "You cannot go to sleep. Like, you have to wait until midnight." So
No,
you
I
could-
told her that she.
Oh, you told- okay.
Because we were all
Okay.
about to leave, I think, and then or I can't remember, but we saw it and I looked. And I was like, nope, we cannot leave until it's midnight. We all have to stay here for 5 more minutes so we can all like do a 1, 2, 3 team go team thing before we all leave. But yeah, we did that on the dance floor and it was really funny.
Yeah, and we like all hugged each other at midnight.
We
and we're like,
did
we did it.
it!
We made
We
it through the
made
last day. We
it!
survived back to back. And we're like, no one can ever take this away from us. I was like, there's only like 6 of us. We're an elite group of people who can say they
It's
did
like 10.
back to
There's
back,
like 10 of us, yeah.
back to back lifestyle cruises. I was
Yep.
like, they can never take this from us.
Yep.
We always have this memory. We always have this connection. And, it
And
was,
I don't think they're going to do it again like that. So
I doubt they would do back to back that
Yeah.
close. I
I
mean,
think it
obviously, I
just-
don't know, but like, I
yeah.
just feel like.
at least not until I think all the cruises are out until 2027. So
Yeah.
there's none back to back as of now. So
Yeah.
that's a badge of honor that we can carry with us
Yes.
at least for another 2 years.
Next year, I think the closest one is 3 weeks apart.
Thank God.
And that week in between, 2 weeks in between, it makes a world of difference.
It does.
It really does.
At least we think. Well, for sure it will.
I know it will. Ooh, another funny thing on glow night. So we had got this little gift on our door, and it was like a glow ring. At least that's what Bella thought it was.
I think we actually got it on Bliss Cruise.
Okay, maybe someone left it at our door.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, look, I can wear this ring, and it's like glows, and that's like a fun little thing I can wear with my glow outfit. And she took it out, and it was a glow ring, but it was a glowing, vibrating cock ring.
It's so funny.
Like way too big for a finger,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was
and
too big for my
So
finger.
funny.
Guess
They
I could've
she's
worn it on my wrist.
It was like in a little piece of plastic. Oh, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna wear this ring. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
and then
take it
it
out,
was-
starts vibrating. I was like, oh, it's a cock ring, which is a great gift, honestly. It's so funny.
Oh, there was also, speaking of like rings and stuff like that. I guess it's a little bit of a rough segue, but the candy bracelets. Bella had made a ton, and we were giving them out, and we gave these one like we each gave our friends this one bracelet, and then the next night she brought us bracelets. And then, so that was like night 1 and night 2. And the next night, like me and her kept trying to wear a bracelet at the same time. And she like wore her bracelet to one party at night. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot my bracelet. I was like, okay, tomorrow we'll both wear them. And then the next day, I wore my bracelet. Like, and then she didn't. And we're like, fuck, no. And finally, one day we both wore them at the same time. And we just like
finally
made out.
synced. Oh!
And it was just really fun.
That's cute. I didn't know that. Speaking of the bracelet, so I like to do this thing where it's like plur, like on a rave whenever you exchange candy, but I switched up a little bit because instead of peace, love, unity, respect, I start off with respect. So the palm to palm, heart to heart, and then you do peace, but then you scissor. So you take the piece out and you start scissoring, and then that's when I exchange my bracelets over. And that's always a highlight for me. I love doing that with people because people are so, especially if you're a raver and you're expecting it to be plur, but then it's not and you start scissoring. But then they don't expect a bracelet. usually the people who aren't in the rave culture, and then comes up boner donor couple. That night he was like, oh, I don't have a bracelet to give you, but I have this. And so then we put our fingers together, and he had a little ring, and it was with a little
gummy
orange gummy bear, but it was like, like a plastic one. And then he put that on me, and it's so cute, and I love that little thingy.
Ooh, you know what was the highlight this time? The playrooms. They completely changed the playrooms on Temptation. And I had never the playroom, I realized that Temptation is not like a lifestyle specific cruise. That they're lifestyle friendly. And so I think they always had playrooms to accommodate that, but it's more like an adult spring break with a side of lifestyle.
And when we say the playrooms, like the old playrooms were very lackluster. A lot, like usually it was like one of the first Temptation cruises that we went on, they had the drapings. No, they had like the drapings of the curtains just around, but it wasn't like around the beds. Usually the beds were on the mattresses, and the mattresses were just on the floor. Like it
So
was
not bad, but definitely room for improvement.
yes.
And this year, they completely changed it. They had like a red room dungeon BDSM section that was like lit so cool. There was like glory holes, there was reverse glory holes, there was BDSM like equipment, there was all these red beds that were lit up. There was this huge.
Speaking of, real quick, before you keep going, or else I'm going to forget because I didn't have it written down, because you actually don't know this. I just thought of it. In the red room, okay, so in the playroom, it was a piece of equipment that, like, you sit down on it, and there was a hole under there. And so this couple who actually booked with us, I was like, this is in passing, okay? Because Jase and I are walking through the red room area, but I see this couple sit down, and she's sitting on this thing, and they're just like, it's just them together. And I hear out of the corner, like right at the corner of my ear, is that the right way to
It's
say
the
it?
corner of your eye.
Oh,
Is
but
when
I
you see something.
Well, I heard out of the corner of my ear. She sits down and she goes, "It's like an oil." She goes, "It's like an oil change." And she sits down, and he goes under. He puts his face underneath.
That is
And
so
he starts like
funny.
eating her out. And she's like giggling and laughing and like looking under there. It was so funny
That
and
is
cute
so
and wholesome.
funny.
And I think it's so fun when it is wholesome. Like it's like the dirtiest thing, but that's such a fun thing to hear and like experience and see this couple just having a silly fun time, you know? But anyways.
agree.
Okay, so back to the playroom.
So yeah, after you leave the red part, there was like this voyeur part with all these like beds with like they were lit up really brightly, and like the bed in the middle, there was like a circle bed, and there's all these beds around it, and then next to that there was this area that was like a jungle type feel, and they had all these vines draping and all these beds. It was a little bit darker, but kind of this greenish bluish, and then it was awesome because I don't know what this was normally used for, but there was all of these like seating areas, so you could like sit and like experience the playroom, but not in the actual like bed areas. It was awesome. It was a great setup, and I really feel like it completely revolutionized the like Temptation Cruise to me. Like
Me too,
like
when
it
it
makes
comes to the play,
a
yeah.
massive difference. Like if you are a playroom person, as long as they keep that up, huge difference. Also, you can be like fully nude now on Temptation.
Yes.
And it's
yeah.
couples only now.
It is couples only, fully nude. Well, fully nude on the deck areas.
yeah.
We didn't notice as much participation as Bliss Cruise. Also, it might be the demographic as well of who is going on Bliss Cruise versus Temptation Cruise, but it is a newer thing, so maybe people just, it hasn't completely rolled out yet. Also, when it comes to the playrooms, there wasn't like a ton of group beds, but it was very sexy because it was, I mean, you could fit 4 to 6 people on a bed, but it wasn't group areas all like put together. So I think that also, it's such a different vibe than Bliss Cruise. It's like a lot, like you'll see like a lot of couples who enjoy that atmosphere together. Anyways, we'll talk more about that when it comes to like the reviews. So if you're wanting to hear a review of everything, listen to our Temptation Cruise
Yeah.
November 2025 review.
Yeah, but still, really awesome.
Yes.
Playrooms were a big difference and a huge highlight. Also, this was kind of a silly one, but it was like very fun and wholesome to me. So, me and Bella this was maybe, I don't know, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Before we would go to the club in Dallas, at the Lifestyle Club, we would have a couple drinks, we would watch music videos, and then we would, Uber to the club or whatever. And we used to always get a little bit like that buzzed feeling where we watched music videos before we went to the club. And we used to always do that. It was so much fun. And we have all these music videos downloaded like on an external drive. And we haven't watched them like while we were getting ready in a couple years at least. It's been a while. And so one night, whenever you're doing your makeup, I was like, you know what? We have like an hour and a half till we're supposed to leave to like go to the party. I'm going to put music videos on. And we just like had a seltzer and watched these music videos. And it was so fun. Like it reminded me of like when we used to go to the club and watch music videos all those years ago. And it was just really fun. And that was like a highlight for me.
That was fun. I think the last time we did that was on a different Temptation cruise.
Yeah, but it was like with friends there, like
Yeah.
not just me and you just watching. We watched it for a
yeah,
long.
yeah.
It was really really fun.
Last highlight that we have, just like here to talk about, is the erotic show is always incredible. They change it up a little bit each year now, so they do the iconic songs. Or
Like
how
the
do we-
crowd favorite type.
Yeah,
ones?
crowd favorite performances, like the glow night one with the glow paints and the shower one, and they add in some different ones, which is always fun to see. This one was really fun because we have two friends who are in it, who, I mean, we became friends with them from them being an erotic show in the past, but it's been 4 years now that we've been on these cruises, maybe 3 years, and so it's always fun seeing them. And I always love scream shouting. It's Momo and Kyle, and I always love screaming their names. And whenever they do their performances, and they're so talented. Oh my gosh, all of the people
Yeah.
are so talented, so incredible.
Yeah, that show they I think they've had it basically on every Temptation cruise. So if you guys go on a Temptation cruise in the future, go to the erotic show.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
so awesome. It's like one of my favorite shows ever. Like it's so incredible. So definitely see erotic if you ever go on a Temptation cruise. It is worth it. But there you go. That is just some highlights from Temptation Cruise. This is the first fall sailing. Pretty fun. We're going to be on Temptation Cruise next March, next November. I'm really looking forward to being able to go on 2 again next year. And if you guys do, so once again, want to book with us, it doesn't cost you any extra, but it lets you kind of have some extra activities if you want to do that. It just helps support us and be able to continue to make content like this. You can go to fourplay.com/cruise, number 4OURPLAY.com/cruise. But we're going to go ahead and end the highlights here and jump into Bella and Jase's Weekly Obsessions.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I have 2. One is, well, I feel like we both love Zara Larsson a lot. I think that she's just so incredible, so talented. And there is a movie or a video documentary, maybe documentary is the best word for that, on Amazon Prime called Zara Larsson Up Close. And it's like her story of like from when she was a kid. Like I think she won Sweden's Got Talent when she was like 8 or something crazy like that, all the way up until now. And it just kind of documents her life, and it's really good. And she's just so talented. I love her music. She's just like born to be a star to me. Just so much talented, so much work ethic, and just,
So much talented.
you know what I'm saying though? She
Yeah,
just
yeah.
is. And so that movie or documentary is really fun. And then my other one is So Close to What, the deluxe version that Tate McRae put out. Literally just so obsessed. Tate McRae is like maybe actually now like my favorite artist of all time. Maybe.
No, I
and-
wouldn't say maybe. Jace loves playing these games that he'll find on like TikTok and Instagram, where it's a bunch of different celebrities grouped together, or like you have to choose one per line. And one was make your favorite, like your ultimate festival lineup.
headliner.
And it was, one of the lines was Tate McRae, Dua Lipa, Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande, something like that. And then he chose Tate over Dua Lipa, so she 100% is your favorite now.
Which is crazy.
I know.
But I still love Dua Lipa so much. But I just love Tate McRae. And this album is already maybe one of my favorite albums of all time ever. And the deluxe version, there's like 5 songs on it. And they're just different. Like they're not like her normal music per se. Like they don't have the same exact feel. But I'm obsessed with every single song.
What's your favorite on there? Tit for Tat?
Yeah.
From the new.
But like out of the 4 that got released all the same day, I really don't know. I really love Horseshoe a lot, and then I literally love all of them. Like I love
Yeah.
all of them so much. I can't decide. I like all of them. All of them are my favorite. What are your obsessions?
My first obsession is cheesy broccoli. I've been making this a healthy snack, and you just take broccoli that is steamed. Right, you could use fresh broccoli if you want, but it's easier for me to use the bag of steamed broccoli. So I take one of those bags, and then I put it in the microwave for like 2.5 minutes, take it out, then you put it on a specific, this is the key, okay? Put it on one of those like silicone sheets, so it's easy to peel the stuff off, so it doesn't stick as much, because when I do it on parchment paper or aluminum foil, it just gets stuck and it's not as good. Anyway, so take the broccoli, you put it on there, and then you smush it down with whatever you got around. So then I take a cup, I smush it down so then the broccoli is smashed. And then I take some shredded cheese and then I sprinkle it. Oh, before that you gotta put seasoned salt and cayenne pepper or whatever seasonings you want. And then you sprinkle the little cheese on there. And then you put it in the air fryer. And it just makes this
For how long?
delicious.
What time at ours anyway?
Oh, in our air fryer, I do 375 for 15 minutes. And it's just so delicious. It's delicious and healthy. And I have been obsessed with it. And I make it almost every day.
I made it. I made
Yeah.
it one day to whole bag too, because it's just so. I think we have it tonight.
Ooh.
It's that good.
It is very good. And my other one, it's another food item actually. Complete opposite, not very healthy. My favorite flavor ever is speculoos flavor, which kind of tastes like snickerdoodle, but a little bit more ginger cinnamon heavy, a little bit more spice heavy. The most similar would be like a Biscoff cookie, but a little bit more spicy flavor. So that is my favorite flavor in the world. My favorite ice cream I've ever had is the speculoos flavored ice cream that we had in Belgium, in Brussels, at this Aldi one time. And it's currently the holiday season right now, but we were at Target and I saw that their favorite day brand, the Target brand, had a cookie butter, and cookie butter tastes a lot like it too, and they had a cookie butter flavored ice cream, and it was a holiday exclusive or season exclusive, and I got it and it is so good. It's so delicious, and I love eating that with some Biscoff cookies, and that has been my other obsession. Balance, you know? You got the ice cream, and then you also got the cheesy broccoli.
Yeah, hell yeah. But there you go. That is our highlights from Temptation. That is our weekly obsessions. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast, and we really appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and hit you guys with the outro. Bye.
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!